going on, guys? Welcome back to the Raw Coders. How are we feeling today, Tori?
Doing okay, man. Doing all right. How are you?
I'm very good, man. Very good. Yeah. So I just play the acknowledgement of the country and pay our respect to the elders of the past, present, and future. So here goes. I begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and future. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. Fantastic.
Big ears.
Who's
My dog
that?
has huge ears. Big
Oh,
ears.
that's cute.
Yeah.
All right. So
Whoa, take it
sorry
in.
about that.
Take
Sorry about that. Yeah, just another good day. Yeah, so sorry about it. Yeah, today I couldn't really make it. Was having a meeting, so which is why.
All
Yeah,
good.
so what did we go to yesterday?
Uh, yeah. Hey, Gekdev, how are you? I explained to Tanesh what we had done the day before, which
Mm-hmm.
I'll remind everybody was updating the UI for the password form on the boards page. So when you click save, it would bring up that UI. I spent probably like, thanks, Gekdev. Good to see you too. Um, and sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I spent like after our show on Sunday night, I spent another like maybe 30 minutes after the show to kind of finish up that part of the UI and hook up the JavaScript logic. Um, and so that is done. And then I went over that with Dinesh, and then he asked me a question about a potential bug on the page.
Mm-hmm.
And so I explained it to him that there is a bug that when you save the notes, sometimes it doesn't save them correctly in DynamoDB. So we
Mm-hmm.
kind of discussed that and maybe some of the potential reasons and how we could maybe mitigate that issue.
Mm-hmm.
So we just wrote a little client side code for the future.
Mm-hmm.
If we're gonna implement maybe a potential fix, and I can go over that with you what we did, but it's like it's written, but it's not executed. It's just dead code.
No such code as that code, Tori. It's either works or it's about to work.
Oh, I mean, it's turned. It's like it's not executed. Like it doesn't do anything at the moment.
Ah, right. Ah, I see. I see. Cool. So, do you want to share the screen then?
Sure, unless you want to code. Um, but oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll let you be the man in power today.
A man in power with great power. How does that go? You finish that
Comes
one.
great food.
There you go. Comes great. Um, so the bug that we were talking about. Hopefully this launches. With great bores come a great amount of sewage. So once that's up, um, well, I guess you didn't get to see it, but that stuff we were working on Sunday, Zane.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished that up as well.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
yeah, so I'll just walk you through the code. So when you load the boards page,
Mm-hmm.
then you grab that passcode UI div in the HTML, and then you load the little snippet you made, the HTML, and then we add this click listener with we had some JavaScript with jQuery together. So this shows the form and the passcode UI together with the show, which I think just applies some CSS styles, but I just used the jQuery because it was already there,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
and then we attach an event listener. Whoa, what happened? What's going on? What the heck? Just added like a gazillion lines of code or what? What the heck? I've never seen this happen before. It like insert
Um.
a whole page of
Mhm.
notes, blank space. That is weird.
Oh,
That is very strange.
yeah, that work is going really well. Yeah, long hours, but learning a lot, growing a lot, and enjoying a lot as well.
So then we attach a submit listener to that form for the passcode UI, and then we get the passcode
Mm-hmm.
from the form when it's submitted,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then we validate the credentials,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then we check if it's a valid passcode. If it's not, we have that little alert box say invalid passcode. Yes, we did do welcome to the country, Gekdev. And if it's successful, then we set the alert message, and then we post and patch the notes.
That's
And
pretty
then we
good stuff.
say the board notes are saved successfully, and then we hide the form again. Um,
That's looking pretty cool though. Mm-hmm.
yeah, pretty cool. It works. The one thing is, if we go into this post patch notes on save,
Mm-hmm.
this is all the dead code. Okay, that's stuff we talked. That's the stuff I did yesterday with Dinesh. Um,
Mm-hmm.
here, we were talking about refactoring this whole thing here, this whole loop with posting and patching notes. Um, and what we said is what we could do instead is make one post request and put all the notes in the one post request, and then just just kind of refactor the backend to just handle that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that way too, we can send the password along with this post notes function that I just made yesterday. It's
Mm-hmm.
like doesn't do anything, as I said. Um, so we could just send all the notes um,
Mm-hmm.
in that one post request with the password. And that way we can protect that route. Basically, if it doesn't have the passcode and it's not validated on the back end, then it won't update DynamoDB. And it would be more efficient because we only have to send one request with all the notes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that has something to do with the bug. If this is, let me see, is this go live? All right, live share. So it's hard to demonstrate because it's not always happening, but maybe you noticed it is when you save, sometimes it doesn't really save.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't notice that, and yes, there is a bug, and that the way you're saying that, I think that would be kind of a good way to fix it, as in just having one post request.
Yeah,
But
mhm.
mhm.
I don't know the reason for the bug, but it might be because we're slamming DynamoDB with all these different requests all at once. And then it's like a list type in DynamoDB, so it may be like overwriting the list, and then again it's getting overwritten and overwritten. But I don't know if it's like a transaction concurrency issue or something like that.
Yes, so that was one thing that was in my mind that I didn't bring up because we weren't on that stage until now, but seems like we are now. So I did observe, you know how we keep on clicking the save button and it only shows us if it's saved successfully,
Uh huh.
and no matter how many times we click it, it just gives us a success message. I'm thinking to make that the logic and the UI part of it a bit obvious. So say as soon as the person clicks the save button once, a transitional progress bar or loading wheel will come up, saving please wait. So in that way the user can actually be patient and say, okay, it's doing the work, I just have to wait. Because I think what's happening now is that as soon as we press save, it does save it, as in the time it takes to go to the DB and then come back. It doesn't show any interaction with the user and in that transition, which is when the user may become impatient. Hang on, why is it not saving in that transition? And then end up pressing the save button, I don't know, 5 times or 2 times.
Well, I thought that may have been the issue, but it's unfortunately it's not because
Oh,
even with the UI, where you have to enter in the passcode, which slows you down dramatically, we can still recreate the bug.
right, okay. Yeah, Deb is saying something really interesting here. Um, DynamoDB isn't suitable to store data that doesn't have the bounded size. And if we try to change an item to be over 400 KB,
But
then
we're
it
just
would just fail.
storing what I don't any of these notes. Oh, and I so can a list be considered one item? But even still, like with this board here and these two notes, it can't be 400 KB. But
Hmm.
yeah, that is a good thing to consider. So thanks, Gekdev. Let's see if I can recreate the bug for you too. One.
Oh, I like this submit button.
I just bought it from them.
Lol.
The list you're using is a data type like number or string. It's still in an item. The list you're using is a data type like number or string. It's still in an item. So the list is in an item.
Ah, so the list is in an item. So here, the
Okay.
what is an item? That's a board.
Gotcha. So 400 KB limits are applied to lists as well, not the individual objects, whatever inside of the list.
Hang on. How about if you try and save? I think if you log it in Lambda, it actually prints out the size of the item we have just trying to saved.
Oh yeah.
I th- I don't know if that's how much of that is true, but vaguely remembering, I did see some size bytes of items in the console.
Oh, GitDev says it's not probably an issue for this problem. It's just something to be aware of. So yeah, thanks,
Oh,
GitDev.
okay.
It's a good reminder.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, can we? I think we can see the size of the notes, or I mean, the size of stuff in DynamoDB, like through the UI too.
Yeah, let me just have a look.
But 400 KB is it's pretty big.
It is absolutely.
Like these are just some simple notes. I don't think what is one.
Oh, MFA.
So traditionally,
Mm-hmm.
one it's one a rough estimate is 1 byte, not kilobyte, byte, 1/1000th of a kilobyte per letter in a Roman alphabet like English. So it's not
Say that
different.
again, please. I wasn't following you at the time. I was.
Oh, I was just curious how many how many bytes is each letter, like letter of text, like in storage, right? So on according to one website, it's like each letter. So like the letter A would be about 1 byte, not kilobyte, but byte. So you would have to have 1,000 letters on average to have 1 kilobyte. So
Ah, right.
that's
I
why I was
see.
saying for these simple little notes, 400 would be very big.
Hmm. I guess so.
No different to
So yes,
characters
in
unless you're
the
using ab.
um. So what I've got in the DynamoDB.
Argument you were having with Dinesh where you were saying there could be 50 plus requests per note. Sorry, what were you saying, GecDev? Just trying to read GecDev's.
Yeah, go for
I called you GecDev. I meant Zane.
it. So at the moment we have got two items in our table, and the average item size is 288.5 bytes.
Oh yeah, tiny.
So yeah, yeah, but I guess at the moment we have to bear in mind that we've only got few notes. The more the notes are added, the more size will increase.
Yeah, but I wouldn't worry about it at the moment. You would have to probably like, I don't even think you can fill the page with enough characters.
Okay, hang on. What was the original issue that we were discussing now? As in trying to find a solution.
I'm trying to make it happen. It's hard to recreate.
Ah, okay. So I think what you were basically saying is that when we try to save it, it doesn't save it on the first instance, is it?
No, it does save. It just sometimes fails.
Oh, sometimes fails.
And I think it has to do with the amount of requests that are getting sent to DynamoDB. Because for each note, you're sending one request. Let's see.
For each note.
Darn, I can't. Yeah, it's hard, but I got it to work with Dinesh last night. But
Okay. How if it's not happening, maybe we can make a note of it and just remember it at the back of our minds. And
mhm,
if it does happen, then we will come back to it. Then basically.
sure, yeah. So um, that in the future too would be pretty simple to fix, I think, if it
Mm-hmm.
was something you wanted to implement, because all we have to do is have on the back end just it overwrite the attribute for the notes, like just overwrite the list,
Mm-hmm.
or because you'd be sending all the notes with the request, and that way too, when you send the notes, you can send the passcode along, and you don't have to. You only have to add it for that route to verify it with Decrypt,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and so you could actually save a lot of code that way, and it would actually make the front end more performant because you're not sending all these fetch requests. You're just sending one fetch request.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Actually, so now it's one request per note, is it?
Yeah, right now it's one patch or post, and then yeah, we would actually eliminate a lot of code that we don't
Mm-hmm.
need,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Yeah.
actually say. I mean, I don't. You get 1 million free lambdas a month,
Mm-hmm.
but this would theoretically it could save money because you're only gonna fire up one lambda instead of 50 lambdas if there's 50 notes theoretically.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah,
Less
yeah.
less API gateway requests, less
Mm. And less cost.
DynamoDB. Yeah, less DynamoDB writes and
Yeah.
reads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, we will go down that path eventually. So what's gonna happen now is basically we've done this saving the notes on that one, and we are getting it fine as well, right? As in getting the board fine.
Are you getting the board
Mm-hmm.
fine from what do you mean?
From as in when we type in the board there or Redis and the passcode and press go, then it actually takes us to the index and displays the notes. Yeah.
I believe so. I believe this we already did this part.
Yeah. I was just confirming, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know actually. Yeah, it looks like it works.
Yeah. Perfect then. In that case, our development phase would basically come to an end for now.
Um, there's one thing, I don't know if it matters to you or not,
Uh huh.
but when you post and patch, so um, when you do this post and patch notes on save, you're not
Hmm.
sending the passcode with these requests to be validated on the back end. So
Right.
anybody who wants to be a jerk can just make patch and post without the passcode and still be able to update the board. But I don't know if that matters to you or not.
Ah. Right, 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 right. So basically, what you're saying is that the passcode is just there for its looks. It doesn't have anything to do with the
No.
uh-huh.
I mean, to 99% of users, it would be fine, but for the malicious ones, they know it's not a protected route. Which is
Right.
which is why too I was just like it would be a lot simpler if we just threw all of the notes in one request because then you just ship the passcode with it and you just verify that one route before you update the board and that
So
makes the back end easier. Uh-oh.
yeah,
I just
what
lost
happened?
power. There's a
Oh,
lightning storm and we just lost power.
oops. So how are you still getting the internet?
I'm on my laptop. I'm tethered.
Oh, right, right. Yeah, okay. So I guess the ideal scenario would be not to send the passcode back, but just to check the passcode if it's the right one from the backend. As in, not insert it, but just check, compare, and then do a save if it's the right passcode. And if it's not, don't bother.
You mean on the back end?
Yes. So you know how we have done the
Yeah, same thing.
homepage one? Yeah, basically that.
Copy paste. Done. Literally.
Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. So in that case, the ball would come into my court,
Cool. Yeah, go for it.
or you wanna do it?
No, you can do it, man. Go for it.
All right, perfect.
You wrote it, so you probably know where better than me where it is too. And then um, we just have to update those functions on the front end to send the password with it in the body of the request. These patch note and post note.
And that would basically happen on the submit, isn't it?
Sorry, what?
That would basically happen on the submit, isn't it?
Yeah. This all happens on the submit.
Cool. Gag dev, not really. It's not for the show. We're implementing functionality on it. I'm gonna just go and bring my charger because my battery's dying as well.
Sure.
Right,
You'll never
be right
break.
back.
You'll never break us, GecDev. You'll never crack the password. Wow, there is a lot of lightning going on right now. Wait, how come we lost power? Oh, unfortunately, you can't see any lightning behind me unless I moved. How do I get rid of my background? Virtual background. None. There you go. In the dark. In the dark. Coding.
Alright, homies, let's do this. So I would open up my. Actually, let me even check if I can share my screen in the first place.
Like I said, the lightning is not behind me. It's to the right of me. Maybe I can move.
Tori,
Yeah.
you would probably have to keep going because apparently the browser can't access your screen. Try capturing
Wait,
on different screen.
really? Is that like OS? like iOS thing? Is that a Mac thing?
Can you see? No, you won't be able to see it, would you? Because I
Is
can't
that
share my screen.
a Mac problem?
No, it's a streaming problem. I knew that was coming, and I was prepared.
All right, let me open. You know what? It's funny because I was like, Dinesh, why don't you code? And then he had the same problem, and I was like, oh, must be a Mac.
Oh, yeah, the same thing, is it?
Yeah, yeah, it must be something with like WebKit or whatever Mac uses.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to have a look, but this is no one of those problems
Don't
that
blame
need
Mac.
my
It's
attention.
StreamYard.
It's StreamYard, man. I
Yeah.
told you. When are you getting your Mac then?
Only if work gives me one.
Free one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the only. If they make me use one, I'll use one. If I don't got it, I'm not gonna use it. I don't care.
Mhm.
Unless I get some huge advantage by using a Mac, like fast build times, like it's so much faster or something. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. I see.
That's what I heard about the M1 chip is like the build times are faster. So if you have some build for work, it used to take like 15 minutes. Maybe it only takes 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. So where do we need to apply? I don't think we I don't think we need to apply the change in the backend, to be honest.
But we need to decrypt the password, right?
That's already happening in the backend.
But don't we need to do it for each of those routes? The post when we post.
So we are just as in comparing the string version to the hashed version. We're not decrypting the passcode.
I know. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm lost then. I don't understand what we're supposed to do.
Okay. I'll explain you. So in the backend there would be a function called validate credentials or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and that what that is doing is basically just uh, taking in the passcode from the front end, as in a string version, and comparing it with the hashed version
Yep.
from the database. And
Right.
if those two match, as in the string version matches the hashed version, then it basically returns true. So it
Okay.
should be this
Validate.
is valid
You know what
is
it's
valid
called?
node. Validate node structure. Probably to get validate or validate something validations. Oh, is passcode probably go to passcode valid. Uh,
Okay. Wait.
passcode hash
Here
passcode.
to
Oh, wait,
set
what's
this.
that function called?
There's a global function.
Oh, probably find the word compare.
Okay. Nope.
No.
Well, isn't all we need to do is just grab this?
No, because We are not
Oh,
hashing it.
this. Yeah, okay. What is it called? Decrypt. Okay, let me find all the instances of this. Doesn't work like that, unfortunately. I got to do the find. Okay. Where's the? Oh, you know what? My bad, Zane. I don't think I'm on the right branch or something.
Board passcode. Ah, right.
Am I supposed to be on a different branch?
Let
Or
me check
where's
mine to be honest.
where
Oh,
does
it would be probably called. That's the. Oh, this is why we need to do the merges regularly. Hang on a minute. I'll just find it for you.
all that? Or maybe it's not push. That would be
Passcode. Get board functionality. Yeah, it would be in get board functionality. So let me try that. Get board functionality. So if you basically oh, it's called verify and pin and board name. That's the path. Yeah. In app.js.
That's weird. Why do I not see it?
Because you're on a different branch. The branch that it's on is get board functionality.
Okay. Gotcha.
There's a
Verify.
lot of moves to be happening, to be honest.
Get board functionality. Huh, that doesn't have anything.
Verify. Did you pull?
It's up to date.
You're pulling the board passcode. Oh,
Oh,
now it's done.
I thought you
Now it's
told me get board functionality.
Oh yeah, but if you go up, you pulled board passcode, as in
I, I,
in the
s- I s-
terminal. If you go
but
up
I,
a bit,
but I changed branches.
okay. If you want
It's
to
up to date.
do git
It's
pull
up to
now,
date. Okay, but it is up to date. Like the UI tells
okay,
you up here, like if there's uh,
that's
changes.
interesting. Hang on. Verify. Have I even spelled my endpoint right then? I need to check. Verify. Yes, this.
Is it? Is it? Did you?
Did I push it? That
Yeah.
would be the question to ask now. I need to have a look at more GitHub. Because if I haven't pushed it, I've been a bad boy.
I feel like you have though, because um, because otherwise it wouldn't work locally.
Yeah, true that.
What is wrong then? Do I have the wrong folder? No. What the heck? We have
Maybe
decrypt.
do a control file. Tori, is this the right project?
Scrumbler.
Uh, GitJab personal dev projects, Scrum Sam API.
We have this hashing.
Yeah. But why? Let me check if that's even in that branch, because I've got a funny feeling they might not be in this case. Commits. Verify board name and passcode.
Is it in dev?
No, it's in get board functionality. Nothing is merged yet.
But it's not in board passcode.
Huh?
It's not in board passcode.
No, I don't think it's in board. Unless the branch was done from that. Hang on. View all branches. I don't even have the board passcode in GitHub.
Really? So on GitHub, it's not there?
No. Board
That's
passcode
weird.
branch isn't there.
That is weird.
Yeah, probably.
So it got deployed to AWS, but not committed. Is that what you're saying?
Actually, you must be right in that case, because I'm gonna just go and check if the change of board fixes is there. Fetch apply condition. What's this?
Maybe Finesh? Or somebody just forgot to commit?
It must have been me, because I've normally worked on backend recently.
This board passcode. Okay, so you said it's in get board functionality. This was updated 7 days ago. Yeah,
actually, do you wanna just hold on, because I'm trying to find.
Wait, hold on. I found it here. Get board name.
No, it should be verify PIN and passcode.
Oh, okay, yeah, here. So why is it not on my local? And why can I not get it?
Which branch is it? Get board functionality.
Here it is. That's weird. It must. No, it might. You know what it probably has to do? It probably has to do with when we changed to Aurora coders.
Yeah, that could have been the
it
case.
didn't know about, like, it didn't know about upstream or something. I don't know. All right. Well,
that makes sense.
So this is what we need.
Yeah.
Is this what you're saying?
So this is basically what it's doing is that comparing the passcode with a hashed passcode in the database. And then it's just basically returning true or false.
So could we move this whole thing to a global function so we can just reuse it?
Yeah. So verify PIN and board name can become a global thing.
All right, I'll just write it here and then I'll move it.
Cool.
Verify PIN and board name. Okay, and then we just literally actually, you know what's funny is we could use Express middleware to do this for us.
Interesting.
But I'm lazy. But
but thinking.
But yeah, like because this is Express, we could just use the app dot use and then just throw this function in there for
Mm-hmm.
every route
Hmm.
that we cared about. But whatever, something to think about.
Yeah.
Um, Bram. So we need this whole thing pretty much.
Until the result. So
Until
I would say that we don't want to do the entire post as a global, just the method which is giving
try
us.
catch. Oh, you mean this or the
Actually,
board too?
no, ignore me. Ignore me. Continue, please.
I think
My
we
brain is
need.
working now.
You're good. You're good. I think we need all of this.
Yeah, yeah. We need all of that, to be honest. You're right.
And then we're going to take in the passcode and the board name. All right. And then this, we don't want to do that. We want to like just return on like, or we don't even have to. It'll just be undefined. I guess we can return something undefined. Probably not a good practice. I don't care. Do you want to
Why you
log the error? Do you want to log the error?
exception? Yes.
What? Log the exception?
Mm-hmm.
Console.error and error. All right. Um, and why is okay? That's my problem. Here we go. Passcode is already declared in the upper scope. Oh, so these are globals?
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't need them as parameters, arguments.
Why not?
The linter was angry at me because it said these are already declared.
Yeah, let it be, because
Okay.
we
Just let the
need them
linter be
in the
angry.
parameters.
Okay. Okay, and then all we need to do for this route is just remove this whole thing, and then we await it. What?
Like a pro.
Oh, wait, actually, I want to save that one piece. Wait. Get out of there. All right, and we're going to call this here. Oh, looks like we need to wait. Hold on. Can you help me with the logic here?
Mhm.
Because we're not returning anything, so I think at the end we want to return result.
I thought the result in the try catch would.
It's only if before it would, but now that it's a function, we need to
Yeah,
return.
yeah, true. Yeah.
Um, okay, and then await, verify, and then board, and then this is the passcode and the board name.
And then save the result in the variable result. And he's frozen. Look at the zoned in face. Wow.
Hello?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
That's weird. So we'll verify the passcode and the board name.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call this result, and then if not result, we're gonna send back the error message because that's undefined. Because I
Mm-hmm.
think result can be false or true. False. Okay. Unexpected spaces after if. What?
Yes,
Oh, it
yeah.
wants me to add this.
Yes.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
pal.
You be happy.
Oh. Do you want to return back the error? I guess you do. All right, so we're gonna return the error then.
Which one is it?
This
Which function is
send
it?
an error back from
Yeah,
result.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so then we can do if.
If result isn't true,
1 second. Let me see if I can get my lights back on. Be right
yeah.
back. Yeah, think about that.
Mm-hmm. So that would basically become as if result isn't true, then we're just sending back the error. Right, just going to do to turn his lights on. I think we're having a pretty good progress here. Yeah, just implementing the functionality of the passcode when saving the board after getting it. So that'll be good. All right, he is back.
Looks like I gotta go and flip the main circuit breaker, which is in front of the whole unit. I gotta see if that does it, but can we fix this return error part?
Yeah, so I think it would just be you can just return the as in instead of console logging it, just return it.
Okay, and then is it
And
an
then
instance of an
so
error?
if okay. If we can do if it comes in the catch, then we are returning an error, and if result
Mm-hmm. Is this
is
is
not a
this?
boolean,
Oh, so this is just truthy falsy.
yeah. Hmm.
Okay. So if result type of boolean.
It's not. Yeah, type of
Oh,
boolean. Mm-hmm.
is not a type of boolean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
and we're gonna send back
Then we
the
basically send the error back. Yeah.
result. Okay.
Brilliant.
Nice. So now we can just reuse this. All right. And what is it? Post. Post forward note. So in here we would add the, so this is only using parameters. So we don't have a
Yeah.
body.
So why are we here?
I thought you wanted to add the passcode to the post note and patch note.
Oh no. So before posting and patching the note, we would do a password verification. And if the password verification comes as true, then we would basically run the post or patch method.
Okay. So where are we doing that validation?
So the validation would happen in the front end now. So there's a method called already validate
Right.
credential.
Yeah. I'm using that currently. But what I'm saying is these endpoints, like say I went to Postman,
Mm-hmm.
I can just hit this endpoint, save notes,
Yeah.
create notes, but there's no
Mhm.
password stopping me from doing that. That's
In that case, we would have to change the logic of all the endpoints now.
not
If we
all of them,
want to
just
get
the
them,
ones you want to be authenticated.
well, save would be authenticated. Create get would be authenticated. Update will be because all of these endpoints are touching the database. So anything we want to do with the database, it would need to be authenticated.
I thought you only care about the password when you save the notes.
So by that, I meant anything we do with the database. We don't want anyone to, as in, do countless requests to the database. So the reason why I says save the notes or get the board, they are both interacting with the database itself, which is where anything that interacts with the database would need a passcode. Does that make sense? Or that I probably haven't explained myself better in the past then.
Well, I I think you mean the routes where it's not public stuff. So I would say it's easier if you say which routes you want to protect with the
True,
passcode,
true. Mm-hmm.
um,
Yeah,
which is
that was my mistake. Mm-hmm.
saving the notes, which is right now is post note and patch note routes,
Mm-hmm.
and getting the board is not protected by a password, but it helps you on the front end to like on the home.html, it helps you to get a board, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So all you have to do then is just add this password validation to this post a note and patch a note, or we could just refactor the back end to just include what I was talking about with you earlier, where we just post all the notes in one request with the passcode, and that way we eliminate a lot of code, and we only have one route, and we only have one request, and we only need to verify the passcode on that one route.
Yes, a bit too much to think at the moment because my brain is literally on 5%.
You're good.
How about if we discuss about this
Sure.
tomorrow?
Sure.
Hmm? Would that
If
be all right?
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we all set for tonight then?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll
Hmm.
I'll save this, and I don't think we did anything on the front end, did I? No, just some spacing. Get
Yeah.
out of here.
Right. True. True.
Cool. All right.
All right. Fantastic. Do you want to do the honors?
Sure. So today we looked further into protecting some of the routes and doing some maybe potentially maybe refactoring some of the back end front end code, because we want to protect a particular route with a passcode. So we just kind of looked at some of the existing code, we refactored a little bit to make some code more reusable, and then we're gonna look more in depth in it tomorrow.
Fantastic. Yeah, and if you want to see how we do that, feel free to join us tomorrow, same time, same place, and
A different task.
that is the one. Right, guys, have a good night and thanks for joining.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Gekdev. Have a great night. Cheers. Thanks,
Cheers,
everyone.
Gagdev. Bye.